am targeted individual. Now, I know what you's all thinking. Why ain't she got a name? Well, I can't divulge my name to you because I am that targeted, okay? Now, you can also tell I'm wearing a wig and it's getting in my mouth. It's a nightmare, absolute nightmare. So, listen, I am targeted because I, like you, speak the truth. I speak the truth online, and do you know what? They are after me. I have had 26 Facebook accounts. That is more Facebook accounts than my kids have had dads. It's an absolute nightmare. So what I've done is I'll come here today to tell you what it is like to be targeted, okay, and the things that you need to look out for, all right? So the first thing when you are targeted is you get followed, right? Now, this happens to me a lot. So I'm there just minding my own business, doing the school run, right? And then I see agents dressed as mothers with their children, who aren't real children, by the way, they're clones, and I'll get to that in a minute. And I know that they ain't real children because my kids are busy running down the road, running in front of cars, telling old grannies to fuck off and punching each other in the face. So I know that these kids who are holding their mother's hands and walking nicely, that ain't normal. My 6-year-olds are normal, right? So that's the one thing. When we get to school, the mothers disappear. They're gone. And the kids are gone as well. And I know, because they're clone kids, they've gone back down in the tunnels, because apparently the caretaker's girlfriend's brother said that there's tunnels near the school and that's where they put the clone children. So it's an absolute nightmare. Now, the other thing is, I get helicopters going over my house all the time. All the time. At night, they've got a searchlight. They've got long lens cameras. I'm having to shut my curtains all the time because of this. Now, I'll tell my neighbour, and she went, well, we live in a high crime area. I'm like, speak for yourself, love. I don't think so. This is all for me. This is what happens when you are targeted. Now, last year, you may have heard of this, I was watching, it was a very, very important movie. It was on Rumble, so I know it's all true. I was just doing the washing up and I'm watching it, and it turns out that that virus from 2020 weren't a virus. It was a contamination. Yeah. They was putting something into the water. Do you know what they was putting in the water? Snake piss. Snake piss in the water, contaminating the water, and that's why everybody got sick. Absolute nuts. So I'm running my kitchen tap. I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm going to have to call my housing officer. So I call her up, and I say, you're going to have to send the water board because I'm getting a real bleachy smell coming out my taps. And all my taps are rusty, and I think there's snake piss coming out my taps. And she went, you what, the snakes coming out? No, not snakes, snake piss, right? So, 2 days later, these two blokes show up, and they say that they're from the water board. And they say, right, we've got to come in and take a sample because apparently you've got a contamination. I went, hold on. You ain't taking a sample of my water. I know what's in it. I need you to flush my pipes. That's all I want. Flush the pipes. And they said, we can't do that. We've got to take a sample. I'm like, where's your warrant? I know my rights. I'm a sovereign citizen, so I know my rights. Where is your warrant? Anyway, they call the police, and the police turn up and they're like, can we come in and talk about it? I'm like, where's your warrant? In the end, I just ran the taps for 2 hours and it was all right. I think the bleachy smell went away, so I think it was all right. But this is what happens when you are targeted. All sorts of things. I don't think my neighbours had it. I think it was just me because I am targeted. Now, the other thing that they do, they indoctrinate your children. Yeah. My son come home from school last September and he went, Mum, they tell us at school today that the Queen's died. Oh, my God. Son, she died 2 years ago. You've been looking at a clone. That is a clone at work. And don't even get me started about all the lizards, because they had to take the lizard out first, then put the clone. It's very confusing, but I don't know. It's a reptilian thing. I don't know. I don't understand it. But anyway, so we went back to school, told his teachers, and then social services come round. So I am just targeted all the time. It is an absolute nightmare. So, yeah, so I'm hoping that you understand the struggles that I have as a target. And I don't know if any of you recognise these struggles in yourself. Perhaps you do, I don't know. But anyway, so I come here to help you, and I'm going to be around all weekend. And I understand that Gareth Icke is going to be speaking. True story, I used to date his dad. Yeah. I met him on Tinder, and we went for Nando's, and then we went to watch a film, which we walked out of because there was a lot of deep state indoctrination going on. We had a beautiful romantic tryst in the back of his Ford Focus, and then he had to go because he said he had a ferry to catch, so that was the end of that. And I've not heard from him again, so Darren Icke, if you are out there, I felt we had a connection. I think maybe the deep state took him out because his Tinder profile is now defunct, so I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So I'm here all weekend. I also can do some amazing things. I've got some skills, I can tell you. Not like that, no, I ain't like that. Well, to be fair, I do have an OnlyFans, but we'll get to that. So I am very good at channeling. I can channel angels. I work with angels. I work with Archangel Michael. And I can channel messages. So I'm here to do that for you. If you'd like a message, I'm happy to do that for you. And I also do soul readings. So I can read your soul as well. So I'm going to be around this weekend. And if you've got any questions about being targeted, then just ask me and I will let you know everything you need to look for. Thank you so much for listening. See you later.